What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against ShadowWolf. I battle this person on my Discord server, so if you are interested in battling me, definitely check out my Discord. A link will be in the description below. Now, we are having a UU battle, and below, as you can see by this team, he's using Scizor, Azumarill, Cofagrigus, Dragalge, Kabutops, and Cactus. I'm using Drifblim, the Verlis god himself, Lurantis, Xatu, Corsola, Hariyama, and Darmanitan. Now, unfortunately, this is not Darmanitan's Zen form, because I did not want to bring that thing by itself without any support, because the thing is, like, literally using, like, a piece of paper. Like, it's actually garbage. Like, don't use that. Anyway, lead off with my Drifblim, as my opponent is going to lead off with a Scizor. Pretty good matchup for me, as I'm able just to go for the Will-O-Wisp turn 1, as he's just going to choose some Mega Evolve with the Scizor, and, you know, become a pretty broken Mega Evolution. I think Megasaurus is actually, like, top 5 Mega Evolutions in the OU tier. I'd say it's up there, so I'm able to get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Scizor, thankfully, as now the Scizor is just going to go for the U-turn, so I think I'll take a quad-resisted attack and burn. I'll take that trade. That's a pretty good trade-off for me, as now he's going to bring in his Cacturne. I do not want to take a Dark Pulse or Sucker Punch, so I'm going to bring in my Hariyama, as he's just going to go straight for the Dark Pulse, and unfortunately get a crit. I do take it pretty well, though, as the Cacturne is going to take some Life Orb damage, and now he's going to be forced to withdraw, and he's going to bring in his Jet Gold, his Azumarill, as I'm actually just going to double switch out and bring back in my Drifblim, expecting him to switch out. So he's going to bring in Azumarill. I'm trying to just go for the Will-O-Wisp on this thing, as thankfully he lets me burn it for some reason, but he chooses to go for the Belly Drum here, so it makes sense. The Azumarill is still going to be at +4 attack because of the Belly Drum. Very threatening, as now he's going to get the Citrus Berry, and yeah, and I'm in a pretty bad position, but at the very least, I can just go for Hex and chunk this thing's health up pretty badly, because, you know, Hex is double base power when the opponent is status, is now the Azumarill is just going to knock me out with the knockoff. So at least Drifblim burned 2 Pokemon and heavily weakened the Azumarill. I'll take that. Drifblim doing that, I'll take that. So in comes the Hariyama, as now I'm just going to go for the Fake Out onto the Azumarill, and it's going to die to the burn. So down goes the Azumarill, and the thing's now dead. So at the very least, that threat is averted. Belly Drum Azumarill is a very fair and balanced Pokemon, so dealing with that thing is always nice. So in comes Cofagrigus. I do not want to get Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to bring in my Xatu here, as he actually goes for the Toxic. Even better for me is I'm able to Toxic the Cofagrigus with my Magic Bound Xatu, so thankfully this Cofagrigus is now poisoned. I really can't do anything now. No, it's on a clock, and I can pretty much just threaten out. So he's going to choose to withdraw and bring in his Cacturne right on my Xatu. So I'm actually just going to choose to go for the Calm Mind, just to scout his move there, as I'm able to get +1 of my special attack. Now, I'm not really afraid of this thing, so I do carry the Colbur Berry, which reduces Dark type damage. So he actually reveals Sucker Punch, and it's only going to do like a quarter of health because of the Colbur Berry, thankfully, as now I'm able to knock out the Xatu, or the Cacturne with the Heat Wave. So down this monster goes. I actually want to use Cacturne in one of my future battles. Cacturne is actually one of my favorite Pokemon from Hoenn. As now he's going to bring in his Kabutops, and Kabutops is actually going to choose to go for Rock Polish here. I'm not really too sure why, because he pretty much outsped the majority of my team anyway, but I'm going to go for the Stored Power with my +2 and do a decent chunk of damage. I probably should be running Psychic on this thing, but this thing, the Xatu is supposed to be used in conjunction with my Drifblim because it has Weakness Policy and Baton Pass. You'll see what I mean in a future battle. But yeah, I actually take these Stone Edge with my Hariyama. I'm gonna go for the Fake Out and give this thing a free weak armor, because I kind of like choked there and completely forgot about that. But no big deal, as I'm just going to bring in my Lurantis here, because I do not want to lose my Hariyama yet. I want to keep it for later on in the game for priority in case I need it. So I'm gonna bring in Lurantis to pivot in another Water type attack, because I do take it pretty well. As now I'm actually just going to go for the Giga Drain here, as he's going to choose to switch out and bring in his Dragalge here to pivot right on the Lurantis. Good play in his part, but the Giga Drain is going to bounce off because he quad resists it, unfortunately. But you know, Lurantis, I kind of need this thing because that'll be very helpful in countering Kabutops and stuff. So I'm going to choose to switch out and bring in my Hariyama Stealth Water here. Maybe I could take a stab Sludge Wave from Dragalge, but this thing's very powerful, so I didn't think so, and I was right in that assumption. So down goes my Hariyama, as now I'm going to bring in my Corsola here, and I'm just hoping that he stays in and goes for an attack, as thankfully he does. He just goes for the Dragon Pulse, which means I'm going to be able to absolutely wreck this thing with the Mirror Code. So down goes the Dragalge. Corsola's confirmed the ultimate Dragalge counter. So he's going to bring in his Kabutops here, and I'm pretty sure Corsola can tank whatever the Kabutops wants to go for, as he's going to choose to go for the Aqua Tail. I'm able to take it, as now I'm going to go for the Scald and knock out the Kabutops with the crit, which arguably probably mattered, but we'll just ignore that because Corsola is broken. So in comes Scizor here. I didn't want to risk losing my Corsola yet because I wanted Corsola to stay alive because it is the dream. So I'm going to bring in my Xatu here. I do carry Heat Wave on this thing, so this thing is going to be threatened out, as all he has left is this Scizor and Cofagrigus left. So Xatu pretty much just wins the game here by itself. Don't think Cofagrigus can do much to me after I get a couple Calm Minds up. And even if he does carry Calm Mind, I do, have stored power, so I'll be able to outboost him in that regard. So I'm going to go for a Calm Mind here just to scout out his move. I'm not really too sure what this Cofagrigus wants to do, because all I saw is Toxic. But he's just going to go reveal the rest here, which, that's going to work for him. That's going to remove the poison, but that's going to give me the opportunity to set up free Calm Minds. And I do have stored power, so it's pretty much GG at this point. Not much my opponent can do. I'm able to forfeit it if I were him at this point, but I guess he just wants to see if he can do anything, which is fair enough. Gonna go for the Sleep Talk here, as he's actually just gonna get Toxic, but I have Magic Bounce, so his last move must be Hex or something, which really wouldn't have done that much damage. So he's gonna choose to forfeit here. That's gonna be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and if you really want to support the channel, definitely subscribe if you want to see more content. And the question of the day is going to be, what Pokemon would you want to see me use in my future battles? I know I ask this question very frequently, but I like to ask this question every couple of videos just to see what you guys want to see me use. So definitely let me know what Pokemon you want to see me use in the future videos in the comment section below. But that's gonna be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.